All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel. We're gonna make a let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and do some FSD driving today. Kind of doing this, and I'll explain why I'm doing this video here in a little bit. But once we're gonna get going here, about a 25-minute drive, we're gonna go down to my parents' house here this morning. So from where we're sitting here, we're gonna get started and let's get rolling. So let's get us out of here. So kind of why I'm making a video. It's been a little while since we're in that phase right now too, where we're not getting a lot of FSD updates. So we're currently running, let's see, because I don't even know off the top of my head, FSD 13.2.9 on the car. And so kind of in that holding pattern once again. It was like when we were on 13.2.8, now moving into 13.2.9 as well. So just in that holding pattern, but jumping on here because just came back to Colorado. So we landed in Denver. We're on a work trip. So just leaving my buddy's house that let me park my car. He drove up to the airport with us. So picking up my car from his house. But we were down in New Orleans. Flight left at 5 a.m. from New Orleans. So we were up at 2:30, trying to get to the airport. So really 1:30 Mountain Time here in Colorado. So 2:30 Central Time in Louisiana, to make sure that we got to the airport to catch that flight. So why am I making this video? It's one of these moments of realizing when FSD kind of comes in clutch, right? He drove down from Denver in his car. So like I said, just picking up my car here. This is my Tesla Model Y, long range, all-wheel drive. But FSD is going to come in clutch because I am tired. And partly to make a video so I'm talking so I really don't fall asleep, because really been up. Had trouble sleeping last night anyway. Probably got up around 1:30 Central Time or 12:30 this time here in the Mountain Zone, to get up at 2:30 Central Time. And and we're looking at it's 8:30 right now, so I've been up for a good while. So super tired. And like I said, so this is when full self-driving really can come in pretty clutch for somebody, in order to get me where I need to go. And have to, it's still supervised FSD, but having to pay attention to the road. But knowing that if I'm zoning out or something like that, that the car at least can still drive itself. And that's kind of where we're at. But yeah, we're just cruising along here. We're headed west. Probably see Pikes Peak there in view as well. But like I said, it's been a while. So making this video, check out this drive. I'll talk to you all as we're making this drive here. We're going to go through a little bit of run like the eastern edge of Colorado Springs, where my friend lives here. So we're going to go down a road called Mark Shuffle here. It looks like for a while I'm going to my parents' house to pick up my kid, pick up Jefferson. He's been featured in some of my videos. So there we go. So it wanted to get into that far left turn lane there, but it saw the cones eventually. But yeah, so since we've really made the video, we've had Tesla launching, or since we've made a video, we've had Tesla launch the robo taxi down in Austin. So a lot of the big YouTube influencers went down there, spent some days testing out robo taxi in Austin. They've expanded, it looks like, their coverage of their zone, I suppose, of robo taxi down there. We're going to go through some, like I said, this is a very interesting road. So this is going to be a fun little drive. I've never gone down this one with FSD. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so Tesla launched robotaxi and getting all that rolling out down there. Been saying it and tweeting about it, or Xing about it, posting about it on X. We all have our own real robotaxis here, because literally here we go. I'm, leaving his house, and like I said, tired and don't want to really drive, so I need to get home. So I have my own personal robo taxi right here, running FSD, and it's able to do the job for me. So yeah, this road kind of does these weird little like ins and outs. As the eastern side of Colorado Springs is becoming a very busy area, and you would think they would take some time, and they probably are a little bit trying to widen this road because this is becoming a more busy area of the city. So let's see how the car and the software kind of handles it as we make this drive and see what we run into. But yeah, no, down in New Orleans for a work trip, so just getting back. So we had a conference down there that we were attending. So I spent some time down there, saw some good historical sites. Um, be fun. I was walking around in the French Quarter and around the Bourbon Street area. It'd be fun to take the Tesla down there and run some FSD to kind of tighter, older, tighter streets in that area. It'd be fun to see how it works. But I didn't have my car, so we flew. So, but like I said, FSD's coming in clutch today as we make this drive. So yeah, very active construction area right here. I said they're doing some widening of this road, which they desperately need to do. Early morning flight. It was a very smooth flight. So if anybody's wondering, I'm not sure if anybody is, but smooth flight. Was able to nap a little bit on the plane. I'm not really big into. It's hard for me to fall asleep on an airplane. You put me in a car, a bus, anything like that, and I'll fall asleep like no other. But airplanes have always been a struggle for me for some reason. But because it was such an early morning flight, I had the whole row to myself. I was able to kind of like put the feet up a little bit and was able to, at least for like 40 minutes, I think, fall asleep. So that was good. It's like we're doing this car in front of me, really doing the speed limit in this area, which is fine, I suppose. So like I said, I mean, active construction area down this road, so yeah, this guy really in front of me really does not want to go any faster. I mean, we're going 5 over. I'm fine with it at this point. Being as tired as I am, I could probably care less. Not hit any of these traffic lights either, which is kind of nice. Let's see what the car does here now that we have the ability to pass. Right, but still thinks that we're 35 right here anyway, so it's probably not gonna. The car behind us is gonna pass. So this road doesn't really have any good clear indicators of the speed limit. And so, we're speeding up, right? You can see on the screen it still says or thinks that it's 35 miles an hour through here, but we're now up to at least almost 50, which I think is probably what the speed limit is, honestly. Yeah, I see a sign up here which says 50. So see what kind of adjustment it might make because obviously it bumped up faster because the car in front of me was going faster. If it changes to 50, will we go faster and probably try to get around this guy? I don't know. Does not appear we will, which is fine because we got about what, a mile and a half when we turn on the Highway 24. Or he might get out of our way and we might cruise a little bit more. be nice if we go around this cement truck. There we go. I was thinking what I was thinking. But I think once we get up here, I'm going to speed the second half of the video up more than likely. But just kind of giving you the idea. So a little FSD running on 13.2.9. Like I said, coming in clutch after a very, very early morning flight back to Colorado. So once we get up here on Highway 24, I'll probably speed it up to the end. And if something does happen that we need to chat about, I will jump back on. So I will, if I don't have to jump back on, thanks for tuning in. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.